Well, Kusogr4nde and Smite, come join, relax a little bit, because we're going to go ahead and do the reveal for the Game Master here. Let me go ahead and get that going, because as it turns out, we have 3 different people who could possibly be the GM. We've got Iron GM, probably not Jelly Boy. That's you, Smite. We've got Iron GM, no funnel out. Yeah, I know. What a coincidence. Mikuyama in the middle, and Iron GM Commodore Dana. You know, I feel like, honestly, just playing this up is going to be dumb because you're already here. Yeah, they chose Smite.
I'm sorry for ruining your reveal.
Oh, wait, no, they didn't choose you. Oh my gosh. Actually, Szechuan Steve chose Mikuyama and Gene chose Dana. I don't know why I put it this way, but okay, so they didn't choose you.
Yeah, I'm very unpopular.
You're angry, man. I can feel it. I can feel it in your blood. The anger here, and you know, the anger's so strong. I'm excited to see the game here. So how many redraws did we have?
They were saying 10. I made a big list because Gene there is always in my channel, so I was worried he'd have seen a lot of it. So yeah, he did. He has seen most of the ones I wanted to see.
Yeah, but you did manage to get a game out there, and I know that we've seen various versions of this game. We've seen the NES version, we've seen the Super Nintendo version, we haven't seen this one. What is it, Smite?
It's Rocky and Winkle, man. Bull. That guy.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, you know, I've always needed to go try playing this, but I never have. But I've heard this is not a good game.
It's absolute trash.
I've played some distance of this, and I'll be surprised if they make it too far, honestly. This is a punishment for going that far down my list. I started to dig real deep into mean things. This is not one I've beaten. It's really hard.
Really? I'm trying to think. From what I was seeing, though, the players were saying it's only 3 levels.
That might be true, because I didn't beat level 2.
Oh no! Okay, so it's only 3 levels, and we're not going to see the whole game. That is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie. So Smite, how have you been doing? What's been going on in your life recently?
I've been working on the Mystery Triathlon.
Oh yeah, I need to sign up for the next one you do. I always forget.
It'll probably be in the spring.
Ooh, okay. The spring, I need to remember that. Okay, I gotta sign up for that. What has been your favorite game that's shown up there? I'm a little curious.
We've had some really good stuff. I gave them so many things. I'm not sure. I did LP one of them because I liked it so much. What was that? I can't remember. It was so good, I forgot.
Wasn't any of the ones you gave me.
Well...
Oh, it was, that Indiana Jones US Gold game. That was one of them. I played through that.
I've played a lot of NES... I've played a lot of Indiana Jones games. I'm trying to think, because... Was it Genesis or Super Nintendo?
Genesis, you take damage while falling in the air, not before you hit the ground. You die midair. That was one of them. And Dragon's Lair on the SNES. That one too.
Oh, I love Dragon's Lair. Well, for NES, I love that one. I've got a peculiar taste, though, when it comes to Dragon's Lair. Not gonna lie. Have you played the Game Boy version of Dragon's Lair, by the way?
I haven't.
Give it a shot sometime. It's literally nothing like any other Dragon's Lair game.
Because it's not a Dragon's Lair game.
Technically, yeah. It was supposed to be an amusement park game, but for some reason it's Dragon's Lair.
There's a game called Roller Coaster, I believe?
Yes. Well, I'm currently working on getting everything captured, so everybody kick back, relax. Kusogr4nde, you gonna stay here or gonna take off?
I will take off. I've got a couple of things to take care of. but I will still be watching.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah,
well,
I gave him
take care.
Pocahontas. That was great.
Oh, Pocahontas for Genesis, the bootleg one?
No, the real thing, the real Pocahontas game is it's quite an adventure where you turn into the raccoon friend for a while, back and forth, a puzzle game.
Ooh. A puzzle game. Yeah, I don't think I've played that at all. I'm gonna have to look into that. Oh my gosh. I remember there's this other Pocahontas game that I found one time that I think I tried playing. It was for DOS, but it was not based off of the movie. It was just legit Pocahontas. A historical question mark video, you know. That one was kind of fun, but I can't remember anything about it. I need to... Smite, I just need to go back and play video games again, you know?
I agree. If you need any recommendations, let me know.
Oh, I have plenty at the moment, not gonna lie, so I'll pass for now, but maybe soon. Okay. I'm pretty close. Both of the players are streaming right now. It looks like a high-quality video game that is coming our way. And by high quality, I mean it does have qualities, none of them good.
Something about this game just exhausts me. It's so hard to keep playing. It's just, I don't usually get burned out, but I couldn't finish this one. I gave it a real shot.
Really? I can't necessarily blame you. I know that when you've done Kusogr4nde, a lot of the times you've gone back and played some of the games that you got in the tournament because you just wanted to show them what's up. I
enjoyed them usually. I didn't have a bad time. This game here can be beaten in like 40 minutes, according to this long play anyway, but like something about it, I just couldn't stand it.
Yeah, it's pretty trashed here, as far as I can see. Oh my gosh.
If they're better at it than me, they might clear it in an hour. That could be done for sure. But I just don't see it. It might happen, but it just seems unlikely.
By the way, I completely forgot to fix... Oh my gosh, it's a day. I forgot stuff. Who's surprised here? Literally nobody. Let me go ahead and fix their avatars. It's okay. There, they're beautiful now. I hope everybody's happy. Okay, well, if you want to have the streams caught up essentially to how I'm seeing them, feel free to open up a multi-Twitch Smite. Otherwise, I think I'm ready to go. I'm gonna let them know. Okay, and I'm trying to think what's good for people to spam for emotes. We've been spamming emotes a lot when we get started here. Do you know what shows up a lot in here?
Aside from Boris?
Yeah.
There's a lot of wooden planks, and that's it.
Wooden planks. Are there any bombs?
He throws a lot of bombs. I see a lot of bombs.
Okay, go. Bombs. Everybody get all of your explosives and explosions. Spam those in chat. And I am doing the countdown in Discord. Wish them luck, spam those bombs. Yeah, I like it. Smite, I think this is the first time we've had you GM.
You had me last week, but I wasn't around, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
I was curious how that one went. I need to go back and watch all that on the SMS.
Yeah, they actually, we had one completion of the game. It was... Wow. Yeah.
I had trouble going down steps. Like, I had a hard time with that one, too.
It was definitely a strong choice. We had the Game Gear version previously in one of the early tournaments. Honestly, I really liked the way that it looked on... You gave the Master System version, right?
Yeah.
Like, technically and artistically, Aladdin was beautiful. It's not a good game, but it's really nice to look at. Speaking of beautiful things, we've got Rocky and Bullwinkle on the screen right now, and I'm a little bit curious, what obstacles are they going to be running into early on here?
Well, the biggest one for me, and I had to look this up, like, seriously, I was this far off of being in sync with this game. Sometimes you just don't play a game right. I got stuck in the beginning where Gene is right now for like 10 minutes, and I looked up that I can jump on the windowsills. I was completely stuck. I couldn't figure out even how to begin in this video game.
Yeah, that does not look like a platform, like, at all.
Yeah, you can jump on door, like, it doesn't make any sense to think about, but you can jump on top of closed doors and windowsills. So I just didn't realize that for the longest time. It looks like Steve has no trouble with such a thing. I did warn them about that one. That's like the only hint I said out loud was you can jump on windowsills and dark colors.
Wow, you are nice. I'm just thinking back to another match that we had, Sylvester and Tweety and KG Capers. That was another one where things that really shouldn't have been platforms were, and it was extremely confusing figuring out where the platforms were. This essentially follows those same rules. Just try to jump on it to see if it's going to work.
The problem with this first stage is it's like 4 screens tall or more, and there's a whole lot of pits, big pits. The street is just not there for some reason. Lots of sinkholes in Bullwinklesville, Frostbite Falls. There.
Seriously, where do their taxes go? Like, I'd be so mad. I'd talk to the mayor, okay, and kick him out of office. And there are robbers on the street. There's no police. Wow. Ooh, Genie taking a death right there. Yeah, they definitely need to do a little bit more upkeep in this town. You know, maybe they should bring those people who did... There were those TV shows about, like, completely remodeling or remaking people's houses. They should bring them to Frostbite Falls. And just, instead of doing one house, just do the whole town, okay? Be here for, like, a year, make a whole documentary out of it. I'd watch it.
I saw that Steve's already game over. One of the problems I think they're going to have is the complete restart nonsense.
There are no continues?
I don't think so. But even if there are, there's not enough.
I mean...
there might be passwords. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure that there's just a clean restart every time.
Let me take a look, because they did get the manual here, which is kinder than sometimes. It's good that they have some information here. Let me take a look. See if I have any information for y'all. It does have lore, though. We can find out a little bit about the story here, because our story begins with the celebrated opening of the Rocky and Bullwinkle Museum in beautiful downtown Frostbite Falls. Beautiful. Psh. They're really hyping this town up. In attendance are the curator of the exhibit, Captain Peter Wrongway Peachfuzz, and a crack squad of security guards. Unfortunately, 2 of the guards have foreign-sounding accents and nasty smiles. I thought it said nasty smells for a second. I'm like, wait, these guys running around, they're just really stinky? The guards? Why, it's those Potsylvanian no-good-nicks themselves, Boris Badenov and Natasha Fatal. They're out for the fabled treasures that Rocky and Bullwinkle have collected through their many adventures. Sure enough, right under our heroes' very noses, muzzles? The loot disappears. This looks like a job for... I'll press the start button and you'll see. Okay.
Steve is doing really well. Well, he was. But anyway, he's on stage 2 now.
Nice.
Now, stage 2 is a freaking nightmare. There's a lot of jumps, like what he just fell through, where you need to jump onto a weird... It's kind of hard to tell where the floor is platform. There they are. There's beams.
Oh, wait, those are legitimately platforms, the beams in the darkness?
Yes. They're gonna make you jump on a few of those.
Oh, no. And of course there are drips that kill you. If you're in a sewer, it's got a drip on you. It's just the rule. The law of crappy platformers. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm very stressed out looking at these platforms that you have to jump on. I don't like them. Yeah, the jump seems a little bit weird here. Talk about the controls here, because it's a little bit hard to see exactly what the controls are like. What are they? Are they difficult? Are they floaty? Are they responsive at all? Oh no, they're nothing. Can you remember at all what this controls like, Smite? Oh, everybody shed a tear for Smite. He has gone away, probably died. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, thank you, chat. All of the Fs are helpful here. Szechuan Steve, by the way, did die and is starting over. Yeah, I think Smite, unfortunately, after seeing this, he, just couldn't take it. His heart couldn't take it. Bam! Literally exploded. He had a heart explosion.
Sorry about that. I had dog-related issues.
You're back! Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Yeah, we thought you died. Uh-oh, Gene Genie.
Oh no.
Gene Genie, what did you do?
You said the word died, and we have a dial tone.
See, now Gene Genie's heart exploded. Oh my gosh, it was you and then Gene Genie. So, while your dog was away, I was wondering a little bit, how does the game control? How responsive is it? Or is it... It looks a little floaty.
It is, there's no momentum at all, so that always is easy to control because there's not any sliding or anything like that. So, it controls better than Mario Maker 2, a game I like to take shots at. But, it's a very floaty, clunky thing, but you can control where you're going pretty well.
Okay. That's good to know that at least there's some accuracy with that. I'm thinking Rocky and Bullwinkle for Super Nintendo and Genesis had it. No, it's the NES version that I'm thinking of, because that one had the issue where if you were jumping and going right and you tapped left, you immediately changed velocity and direction to the opposite, and this looks a lot more manageable than that.
He just falls through the floor nice. I don't have the sound on for his, but in his feed, his whole feed, you can see his webcam, and he just lifts his arm up and goes, "What?"
I love it. Yeah, even though we don't get to see all of the players' reactions on stream, it's sometimes funny to just watch them a little bit. So what I can see is the game says there are 3 levels, but at the same time, it looks like there are mostly multiple locations in each level. So as Bullwinkle searches, he's going to go through streets, rooftops, alleyways, searching for stuff. So the sewers is technically part of the same level, but it's the second area.
That railroad that they were in, as far as I know, is level 2, and they both, I think it's telling that they both have been there, and yet level 1 is still crushing them.
Yeah, this is being rough.
There's not any randomness in this, just like there's no momentum. There's no randomness either. I feel like that's part of why I can't stand the game, is because it is very slow. You cannot, it's like if any other platformer had no run button, and that was just the way it is. It's like that. It's so slow. Very cumbersome jumping.
Oh no, I'm looking at the manual, and apparently there are separate lives for both Rocky and Bullwinkle for some reason.
I didn't know you could even play as Rocky.
That's the second level.
Oh, well, this game's harder than I thought. I guess I've never seen level 2 then. I guess I've only ever been on level 1.
That's fine. There's no shame.
I did manage to beat this the stage, whatever it is, the genie just entered. I have beaten this stage, and there are some scenes at the end of it. So I suppose that's how you know level 1 is complete. So I guess I did make it to level 2.
Okay, gotcha.
And in that case,
oh no, Gene!
This is a very long run through here. Every bomb, I don't know why bombs are HP, but they are, and every bomb counts in this place. You need as many as you can get.
Both people, by the way, are in the subway, Genie and Szechuan Steve. There is a fortune teller lady at the left. I don't know what she does, though. Did you happen to do anything with fortune teller lady?
You know what? I'll mess with it and see.
Okay.
We'll see if we can figure some science out on this game.
Yeah, I'm seeing in here, in the manual, it says you must have found at least one coin to try your luck with the little lady. If you collect 3 or more similar cards in this game, you'll gain limited invulnerability. Don't go gonzo here. You can still plummet into a bottomless pit and ruin your day. So that sounds like it. You can gain temporary invincibility.
Oh, that can be mildly handy.
I mean, there are a lot of things falling here. Oh my gosh, Szechuan Steve is doing it. Uh-oh.
I hate to say they are until they've actually done it, because this level's really long. It just keeps on going. It is much longer than it should be.
She's kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie. She's very ugly. Okay. I never want to see her again. Yeah.
Okay, I have 10 coins, and I'm talking to her now. What do we got?
Aha.
She's pulled me a Boris, a Rocky. Let me pick the Rocky card.
Okay, Steve...
I think I'm playing poker with her. What?
I think so. Get a full house.
I had 2 pair and I lost.
Wow.
That's too bad.
Okay, if you collect 3 or more similar cards in this game, you'll gain limited invulnerability. That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay. I'll do my best. It looks like it comes out of so every time you flip a card to draw your nuke set, like in poker, it just costs a coin. So you just come in here with a billion coins. I've got 3. I won. What did I win? She looks like a Rugrats character.
I know. Except somehow uglier. And the people in Rugrats are ugly. Like, wow.
I'm invulnerable for, I'm counting 10 seconds so far. This is pretty serious. This is a pretty good buff.
Yeah, if you have the coins, it seems like it's probably worth just doing it.
I don't think it's worth doing it because it's only 20 seconds, and that's not enough time to get through even the beginning of this stage. It was nice while it lasted, but ultimately, the time I spent playing it was longer than that. I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay. That's fair enough. I think it maybe if you're really struggling with just getting to the end and only having 1 hit point left and dying, then maybe that would be a good chance. But you'd have to know the layout of the rest of the level before it would even be worth it.
One of the reasons I had this game on my list, aside from it being an unplayable disaster, is there's a show called Canon that I have seen quite a bit. It comes on in the night. It's just another generic 60s, 70s PI show. One of a million. There are so many. It just so happens that Canon is played by the actor who voices the narrator in Rocky and Bullwinkle, so I know him quite well now. I know what he's like when he's trying to play a private investigator instead of the guy who narrates Rocky and Bullwinkle. He has a big career. William Conrad, yeah, that's right. He makes a bunch of jokes at his own expense because he's kind of overweight. The entire show.
That's cute.
He's a really friendly guy, but he's trying to play a violent PI who just bosses people around and, you know, is serious about his job.
That probably wouldn't work too well for him.
It seemed like it was a mildly successful show, but then a PI show in that era, it seems like it automatically succeeds.
Yeah. I'm just thinking in that era, Get Smart was huge. Same guy who did the voice of Inspector Gadget was the main character in that. It's interesting that there was so much crossover between cartoons and live action shows. We don't really get too much of that these days.
I'm seeing what I expected here, and level 2 being a big wall. I didn't think they would be this, but they still have lots of time left. It doesn't change, like I said, it's all very static. So if they just memorize every single facet of this game, they'll be kings.
Yeah, exactly what you want to do on a Saturday afternoon. Memorize everything about Rocky and Bullwinkle Game Boy.
Yeah.
By the way, this was developed by Imagineering. They made all of your favorite video games like Simpsons, Bart vs. the World, pretty much all of the NES Simpsons games. Ghostbusters 2. Justin's a big fan of that. He's shaking his head right now. Okay. They did, I think, one of the ports of Crossbow. They made Heavy Shreddin', Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, just all of the classics. Oh, and they did the Ren and Stimpy show Buckaroos. Maybe that's why people were getting reminded of Ren and Stimpy a little bit.
Back in the train yard section. Here we go. All right.
It's like they decided to combine a sewer and a subway. Got subway sewer here.
This level introduces the idea of things raining on your head that are terrible, and it really goes in real fast with that concept.
Oh yeah, it's not slowing down. It's going to be happening a lot.
I don't know if we've talked about it yet, but Bullwinkle does have an attack, and leaning forward, and if you're in front of him, he might think about hurting you. He can defeat Boris with that.
I've never seen the players use it. Oh, Genie went right through the platform, it looked like. Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly where you need to land on those, the train track ties there.
I thought I should mention that attack because it's too high to hit the mouse, I think, and also it's nearly impossible to hit the bat.
I haven't ever seen anybody actually use it or be successful using it.
I would say, in my incredible lack of experience, but I did beat this level, and one of the ways I did was crawling the stage for HP and just being incredibly cautious.
That sounds like the right way to go with this game. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. You don't have a timer on the screen. It doesn't matter if you go extremely fast. It just matters if you make progress. Genie getting some of these tricky jumps here. Very nice. Oh my gosh. This is just stressing me out too much. Like, why would you put a horizontal platform that looks like a diagonal platform? It just makes it incredibly difficult to know where you can actually land. It's a major flaw of the 90s. If you're going to do that, you need to at least give the character a shadow. I'd say that is the one acceptable way to do it. If you don't give them a shadow, then you just need to change your game. Well, we are getting into this. We're pretty far in, about 20 minutes. By the way, the person who designed this, who essentially did a lot of the creation here, was a pretty... He worked a lot on various games. It looks like he did a Star Trek game, Goofy's Hysterical History Tour. Barbie Game Girl, the programmer for Barbie Game Girl, programmed this. And that was a high quality... Oh, actually, now that I'm looking at this, I can see the similarities between the floaty jumps. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying how they're both at the same place with the same HP, like almost copying each other here. Very, very close. And I think they're both as far as they've ever been, too. So that's also interesting.
Szechuan Steve went and found a little extra HP, and Genie did not. That may actually end up allowing Szechuan Steve to make more progress here.
There is HP all over the place. The one mercy. They're so afraid of this mammal in the sky.
The bat.
Yeah.
I can't blame them. I think I saw Bullwinkle attack. He just sort of like holds his head down.
Yeah, that's it. He just falls over.
It's a good attack.
He's got the moose strike. The lamp is deadly on these upward sections.
Yeah, people are asking why the lamp's deadly. Here's my question. Why are the drips of water deadly? A lamp I can understand. You got fur. Your fur catches on fire. You're toast.
I'm feeling like they might make level 2 finish here. They're starting to get there.
Wow. Genie grabbing a little extra health. Steve also did that. Yeah, we might have both of them finishing the second part here.
We have a title drop.
Uh-oh.
For a new area.
Steve! Oh my gosh. Okay, Steve, go catch Rocky. Come on. Okay, Rocky's flying. Maybe it's gonna be fine. Nope. What? The stage isn't over?
There's a timer.
Oh no. Okay, go, Steve. You gotta climb. You don't climb fast enough, Rocky gets executed. They drop him to his death. Well, he can fly.
He's all tied up. He's gonna fall.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Oh no! Yeah, you got the trophy there. Good job. Definitely got to worry about that first. And Steve is on to the butt wiggle section with Rocky here.
Officially level 2. All right.
Oh, I like this butt wiggle. It's good. I think it's supposed to be somewhat similar to the NES game and especially the Super Nintendo game, because Rocky sort of spins around to deal damage, but instead of having him spin, it's just, you know, mirroring the sprite, which I guess has its own qualities, you know? Wow, this is already something special. How do you get up here?
I didn't play this far. I got to that cutscene and called it, so this is all new to me. This looks great.
Oh, this is... oh, jeez! Hey, Steve figured out some jumps, but unfortunately he just got shot with the laser, and he's dead. Oh yeah, I actually own the moon, so I can tell you, you don't want to visit this part of the moon. Yeah, like, honestly, they should have gone to one of the other craters on the other side. You know, stay on the light side of the moon. Don't go to the dark side. I like how Boris and Natasha keep getting murdered over and over in this. They're very tenacious. Was that the Hamburglar? I'm pretty sure that was the Hamburglar they just killed. Yeah, it turns out McDonald's got to the moon before any of us did.
Rocky can breathe in space, is what I'm getting out of that. They need a spacesuit and he doesn't.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. I would say cartoon logic, but most cartoon logic is at least a little bit better than this.
Usually when they give one person a spacesuit, cartoons realize everyone needs one, but they didn't here. We could have seen a cute squirrel outfit, and we didn't. Got ripped off.
Yeah, instead we have stupid, ugly Rocky. Looks like he has one eye, too. Like, he's an alien squirrel here. Maybe that's what he is. With a giant tooth. One eye and a giant tooth. That's all he's got. How do you get out of here, Szechuan Steve? How do you do it? You're trying. I don't know, Smite. He's been in here for so long already.
No, don't look at me. I don't know what's going on in here. I'd be upset.
You gave the game. How do you jump? How do you jump out of here? How does one-eyed squirrel get out of here?
He restarts and starts from level 1. That's how he does it.
Oh no.
And just doesn't fall in a pit.
Apparently Percatus, the manual, has information on that. Information's overrated. Oh, if you jump in place, you go higher. Okay, there we go. Steve's got it.
Pretty good. Pretty
Oh
good
no,
idea.
back down!
It's like the triple jump from New Super Mario Brothers, except for it's boring and silly.
Oh, that just falling right back down into the pit gave me strange E.T. Atari 2600 vibes.
Well, Gene Genie's here to show us that we don't get continues at all, and we just start the entire thing
No.
all over again.
This game is not okay, but I think that means that Szechuan Steve is officially in the lead. Maybe. We'll find out.
He got to the moon first, and I think I have not seen this section before.
I do not recognize Killer UFO section with the surprisingly slow moon rocks here. Oh my gosh. Freaking moon rocks drink Benadryl earlier. They're so slow. Oh, and McDonald's is back. That's it. That's a game over. Back to the beginning.
As far as I can tell, even without calling it a speedrun, they both still have time to beat the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
30 minutes seems like more than enough for a casual pace where you don't take any deaths.
Yeah, I think that, honestly, it's more important to get caught back up with a good number of lives than to get there quickly. You know, just take your time, make sure you're not getting hurt or that you're at least not dying. And if you do take a death really early on, just hit reset and try it again. That's probably how I would do it right now.
This music is making me insane.
It's making you insane?
A little bit.
Smite.
A lot, actually, yes.
It's literally better than every other version of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Like, that makes your ears bleed. This just makes you feel like cartoons were a mistake. You know, it's... No, seriously, what you need to go... If you haven't played the original NES and heard some of the Goof Gas music, it is scarring.
Is Dudley Do-Right in any of these games?
He's in the Super Nintendo and Genesis version as an optional minigame. You can use that to get extra lives in the main game.
I like this cartoon. I really do. But not the Rocky and Bullwinkle section so much. I definitely like the Peabody and the Dudley. And the Aesop's Tales were always my favorite, actually.
Yeah,
like, far and away.
I think I agree with you. Like, Dudley Do-Right was definitely the best. Boris and Peabody, I'm trying to remember if I liked them as a kid. I feel like I didn't because they were too nerdy for me. But, thinking about it now, they're okay. Aesop was good stuff. By the way, Peabody, they show up on the Super Nintendo version as well as one of the mini games to get extra lives for the main section. It's actually really frustrating to get their part right, but once you figure it out, it's easy to play, and simply put, it allows you to actually get through the game. Like, none of the game is worth playing. But out of the things that are a little bit more enjoyable, I would say that the mini games are better than the actual game. It's just terrible. I really want you to play it, Smite.
It sounds good. I've been working on the Smurfs. I need something after that.
Oh, Smurf Super Nintendo? Oh, man,
Yeah.
I love that. It's so fun.
Me and Ty Tuesday had raced it a long time ago, and we both were cheating constantly to get through it, but we ran into something on one of the later stages that neither of us could explain. We were taking damage from nothing, and as I played through it a second time, I realized that we were walking at walking pace on ice, and we were falling over, and that's why we were taking damage. We were supposed to hop on the ice.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, whenever you make the slipping... Did you even make a slipping animation?
He does, and we didn't understand. It looks like he got punched in the face and fell over, so it was very confusing.
I love it. That's so good. Ah. Oh my gosh. Well, we're halfway through. What do you think about how the players are doing at this point?
I mean, they beat this level, and I feel like this one's a big problem. I don't know about the next one. The next one looked not too bad, but it took so much to get them through this one. I think they'll beat the next one in this time. I don't know if they'll beat the whole thing, though.
They definitely could. Let me go ahead and bother Steve. It looks like they may be having some internet issues. That's okay, you know, Steve's a good guy. He's trucking on through this. And he'll keep going. You know, I've played a lot of Game Boy games because of Kusogr4nde, and I would say that the biggest thing about a lot of them is that they're either too short or too easy. A lot of the times they're way too straightforward as well. This game tends to break out of that, actually. It's not good, but it's kind of fascinating. Okay, I'm still working on getting Steve's stream back up. That's okay. It appears that his stream is down. That's alright. Let's see if Genie can do football. Wow, he's just plowing through all the football players, just murdering them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the benefit of this whole event is. It seems like you don't have to do it right.
You might get an extra life.
I guess we'll see.
I would definitely give it a shot. No?
You get points?
It's all about the points, man.
Well, he's doing really well. This is a much better run than the last one. 3 lives coming in to level 2.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah. Here we go, into the moon. Gene has 3 lives. This is doing pretty dang well. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're just trying to get Steve's stream back up. One thing that we do, if for some reason somebody has to spend a lot of time away from the computer trying to get internet working, we give them a little bonus time at the end, so that, you know, despite tech issues, they don't have to, like, have a heart attack and cry because they lost for technical issues. So we'll go ahead and see if it takes a little extra time for Steve to get things ready. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. You know, my moon base is a lot better than wherever they are in this game. You should come visit me on the moon sometime, Smite. It's rockin'.
You get those high jumps.
Yeah, I jumped at least that high like 5 times yesterday. Okay, Steve, let's go ahead and check in on him. It looks like he's going to be changing some settings, lowering the bit rate, and hopefully getting back up.
When you spend too much time on the moon because of the low gravity, when you come back to Earth, is it like the opposite of like Dragon Ball Z where they train in high gravity? Are you weakened by your exposure to that moon gravity? Is it hard?
Did I just start the timer? I stopped the timer again, Smite.
I guess we're gonna see another hour of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, everybody get ready. Well, this is what happened. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look, I'm going to blame Dana, okay? Let me explain, Smite. Dana is the reason for everything that's wrong with the thing that I have set up right now. Because Weird Dreams, guess what? You have to use the enter key a lot, which was next to my reset the split. So in order to adjust for that, I bound it to backspace. That was the easiest place to have the reset timer thing. But now, when I'm talking to Szechuan Steve and trying to sort things out, I hit backspace, and I meant to fix this, but I forgot. So now I hit backspace, and the timer stops. So it's all Dana's fault.
Put it on the space bar. We don't use that button much.
2443 is the new end. Okay.
I'm hearing the sound of buzzing from the UFOs, and it's quite awful, and I want it to stop.
It's not too bad.
It's just,
by Atari standards.
It's just constant. It stops the music, it's so powerful. Boris' plan here. Oh, his sneak attack actually got him. I thought his plan was to just use the thrusters on his rocket and burn you up, but he had a gun, so he made you think he didn't. But then he did.
Of course he would. Well, why are there rocks popping out of the moon? Like, is it all the moon gas?
You know, there's a lot more life on the moon than I thought. I didn't think it was
you
this
mean
populated.
By any? Actually, there might be some bacteria or something on the moon because we've been there.
This moon is bumping. That lightning is undodgeable.
Yeah, maybe. You know, I'm thinking back in the day in the 1800s, people from Utah believed that there were people living on the moon. They thought that the moon men were essentially like 6 foot, 6.5 foot Quakers. It's true. I've read documents about this. Okay, historical accounts of them talking about the moon people and being like, one day we may be able to visit the moon men.
Really good checkpointing on the moon. I don't feel like checkpointing existed in the other 2 stages. That's new, I think. But if it's not, well, I just didn't notice that nice feature. It's pretty good. Gene's died twice here and is locked in.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm getting really distracted, Smite. Just trying to get everything going with Steve. So if for some reason I just say something stupid in response to you, just know it's because I'm very distracted.
That's fine. Oh, big windy mouse. There he is.
Aw. Wait, those are all over in the Super Nintendo version. And the Genesis version, because they're the same thing.
I noticed that we've taken away the HP Bullwinkle chose to represent his health with explosives, and Rocky chooses acorns.
Uh-oh.
Which makes a little bit more sense to me. I didn't know mooses liked bombs so much.
I mean, bombs are cool. At least the big round ones. Like the sphere bombs.
Mooseberries. I guess that makes more sense.
Mooseberries? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I'd eat mooseberries.
This level is full of pretty mean lightning attacks. They're just kind of firing right into your path.
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh yeah, they're mooseberries for Bullwinkle, they're acorns for Rocky, and then they eat their own face in order to get an extra life.
Well, that's just common gaming courtesy.
Yeah, you gotta eat your clone.
We have a high jump challenge here where a saw moves back and forth and you need to jump in place without getting hit by it to get these 3 acorns. Get your score up there.
Oh, baby.
That's a pretty good heal. Not too
Honestly,
disappointing.
completely worth it. I'm trying to think. If my clone decided that they wanted to try to eat me, I guess I wouldn't blame them. Sorry, Smite, that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. We've got lots of lasers, lots of lightning. It's a little bit scary here.
Oh, that's how this works. I was wondering how this could humanly be done. That's an elevator. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, that's the end of Genie.
Genie. Shed a tear for Genie.
That was some good dodging before they realized they could move the platform. And even then, it wasn't really a fair fight, but they did pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Well, as an update on the right side, we are now doing modem troubleshooting. Yeah. It's more like we're doing a Best Buy run on the right side, you know, the Geek Squad. Yeah, we do not have too much more time with this wonderful game. Honestly, you know, watching this, the game definitely has problems, and it has issues, but I kind of want to play it. I'm not going to lie, Smite. Out of all the Game Boy... Yeah, out of all the Game Boy games out there, this actually kind of seems enjoyable.
I can't see that, but I can see wanting to play it.
I'm just thinking, you know, other Game Boy games that we've had, what? We've had Super Hunchback, we've had, of course, Dragon's Lair for Game Boy, we've had... Oh my gosh. What else? The stupid Itchy and Scratchy mini golf game. Like, this
That one is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's bad. I think Szechuan Steve is back, and now just needs to start playing the game again. Itchy Golf, yeah. Some people actually like that, but I'm not a fan. You know, I kind of dig golf games, but not that. Maybe I just need to play actually good Game Boy games. I don't think I've ever had that chance, though.
So how long does Steve have?
We will decide on that. Cadus will go ahead and issue a ruling. In general, the max that we give for problems is 5 minutes. If for some reason there needs to be more, you know, he'll make the decision, but in most cases the max is 5, and it definitely took a while for him to figure that out.
Gene had a really good run. Steve, I think, was in the lead until that. I don't know what happened after that, because if they've just been dealing with tech the whole time, then they got a lot of work to do. And if they haven't actively been playing. I imagine they weren't.
True. By the way, don't give me guff, chat, okay? They don't have 50 minutes to go. They've got, like, 15-ish.
There are some missing bricks in the wall, and they look extremely like moose sunglasses, and I just want him to walk over and put them on every time I see them.
Oh, man. Okay. Where? I'm looking. I'm not quite seeing it.
It was on Steve's screen, and they may be back. It was on these buildings.
Oh, okay. I'm watching Steve's screen. I want to see the...
There they are.
Oh, the moose glasses.
There they are.
Yeah. I would rock those.
Yeah, rock those missing bricks.
I already rock missing bricks. Come on. I literally don't have any bricks on me right now. I'm doing great. And Steve's stream is stuttering a little bit. But hopefully, as long as we get a slideshow, I'm fine with that. You know, PowerPoint is enough evidence for me. Oh, okay. You know, I didn't have a Game Boy when I was young. We got a Game Gear instead. My parents were like, Game Gear's in color, so obviously it's going to be the better console.
You know, I said the same thing as a 5-year-old, that the Game Gear would probably be better in color, and you know what, I wasn't too disappointed with it, honestly. It was pretty lousy game-wise, but I don't think the Game Boy would have impressed me either.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it, you know?
I played Mortal Kombat, and it was in color. It was really bad, the worst port that exists, but I played it. I played Sonic, the worst port of Sonic that...
Oh yeah,
How about the battery pack? Did you have that thing?
No, we did have the AC adapter, thank goodness. Really the only way to play. We also had the mobile adapter for a car.
There was some kind of, you don't need batteries if you use this adapter for the Game Gear, and you should check out a picture of that sometimes, because it is... The Game Gear was a pretty hefty boy. It was not a sizable portable console.
Oh
but
yeah.
If you had that battery backup pack on it, so you didn't have to have double A's, it probably doubled the width of it. It is quite large.
Yeah, I might have to take a look at that sometime.
I've still got it. It's got duct tape on it, so it must have broken at some point, but I've got it lying around somewhere.
Oh no. Smite, that's amazing.
It probably weighed like 20 pounds. I probably got pretty tough as a kid holding that thing all day.
How long would it last?
I think it would just last. I definitely played all night with it. Like, it definitely lasted enough for me to have fun with it.
So basically, you both got extended battery life as well as giant, like, biceps.
Yeah, help me with my paper route. I could really carry them then. Yeah, I'm looking at photos of this thing.
I'm trying to think. One of the games that, like, we had Sonic 2. I'm trying to think what other games we had. I remember RoboCop, or RoboCop 2 on Game Gear, and yeah, I played that a lot as a kid, and I don't think I got past the second stage. It's not good. But that's because RoboCop games literally cannot be good. They're just impossible. They're always terrible.
I don't feel like there's anything in the movie that lends itself to game design. It would be really hard. You'd have to be really creative. Like Battletoads creative, but you don't want to make Battletoads. Like, you'd have to have good ideas and then implement them somehow to do something with that movie.
Yeah. Oh, there is Battletoads for the Game Gear.
Ah.
That actually is different enough that even with the turbo tunnel, like, if you played it on the NES, it still is different enough that it's going to throw you off.
It's on the Game Boy as well, and it's wildly different too. It's easier, much easier.
I think it's easier on Game Gear, but I might have to try the Game Boy version. I know nothing about it. It might be the same-ish. I had so much fun with Game Gear Battletoads, I'm not gonna lie. It was fun. Okay, we've got these UFO noises again, as well as the really slow moon rock. Genie goes into the pit. And this is his last life here.
Having a harder time on this run than the last one. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, he didn't save Rocky over on Steve's screen. Oh, you have to.
Well, yeah, you can't just let him die.
I thought this whole thing was a bonus. He just took too long. I think that's the first time we've seen that, where Rocky was not saved.
You know what the bonus is? Your friend doesn't die. Okay? It's a very important bonus.
That's a bonus that I've enjoyed most of my life. I enjoy that bonus as much as possible. I recommend everyone enjoys that.
Oh no, Steve! No! Rocky's
Oh,
dead.
jeez.
Oh, jeez.
He's
Well,
wiping out on this. Just because the horns look like they're hitting doesn't mean they're hitting. It's not a good attack.
yeah, I'd hazard a guess and say that most of the attacks in the like Rocky's attack appears to hit a little bit more reliably as far as I could see, but honestly, I don't know. They're both kind of crap. At least you can attack in the air as Rocky. Like, that is one saving grace for switching to the squirrel. Then again, I'd say Rocky is probably superior in every way. I don't know. Did you like Bullwinkle or Rocky as a kid?
I think I hated Bullwinkle. Like, Rocky was always... I just viewed him as the guy who understood what was happening and was smart, and Bullwinkle would be the one getting them into problems, and I didn't like that. I just recognized him as the problem every time on the team.
Wow.
He never really did anything good for them. He was always clunking into situations that Rocky would get them out of heroically.
Yeah, I think I like Bullwinkle more as a kid, but I definitely love Rocky a lot more these days, you know. Bullwinkle was kind of dumb. And by kind of dumb, I mean he was very dumb. Let's be honest.
Well, now that we know how to get out of this pit, this is actually a good pit. This is 2 HP value in this dump.
Ooh. This music is starting to get a little old on me.
I told
Starting
you.
to, like, I know I said that it didn't bother me, but because you hear it pretty much the entire time you're playing until you get to the moon, it's just a little too much. It's okay. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Oh! Not a whole lot of evasion you can do in this section. I don't think you can defeat the UFOs.
Oh, really? Huh.
It seems like, oh, that's too bad. It seems like the players are not dealing with them so great.
Yeah, I think you can kill them, but they definitely are being a pretty big issue. Genie is working on catching back up. I think both of the players are rushing as quickly as possible. Steve may be getting a little extra time due to the internet issues. We'll have to see what the ruling is from Kate when we get closer there. But I imagine that is what we're going to have. Probably a few more minutes for his side.
That could be enough. I don't feel like Genie made it that far into the game.
It wasn't too far into it. Well, I try to think back to Rocky and Bullwinkle and things that happened on it, but honestly, it's like my whole memory is gone from what happened. Like,
it was a very episodic thing, and I never saw enough of it in a row to ever get a whole plot. It was always little bits of a story arc. And then I think that probably is actually why I like the Fractured Fairy Tales and stuff more, because I got the whole thing in one go.
Oh,
I didn't have to wait a week to see how the evil football team lost to the Bullwinkles. I didn't have to wait a week to find out. And then I did never see it. It was on at like 3 a.m. for me. I never got to see the other half.
Yeah. That wouldn't be doable. Okay, this music can stop now. I'm done with you. I'm done.
I remember thinking back to an hour ago when I was concerned people might beat this.
No, you're fine. Like, I was worried because it said there were 3 levels. You know, honestly, it's just so brutal. It's brutal. Like, and the fact that you don't have any continues, that really solidifies the brutality here. It's not trivial at all. Well, here we are, moving right into the end. I think that, you know, Steve still has a chance for one good push. I think all Steve needs is one good attempt here. He's got an extra life. It's not much, especially since the sewer does a lot of damage and the moon is pretty deadly. But if Steve can manage to get through this area, there's a chance. Oh no, that's a death. I'm a little bit stressed.
I am absolutely hearing the Bart Simpson game kind of music on the moon. Like, I definitely can tell.
Yep.
Same team on that.
For sure.
Falling into place.
There's some things that are very similar with Barbie as well. I just love that, like, Simpsons and Barbie both have the same sound effects. Okay. We're getting close there. I can't remember what time I need to, like, stop on.
When I was a kid, I remember very clearly being at a party and playing Bart versus the World and thinking it was a masterpiece, and it ended up being one of the games I owned on the NES that I just had to play probably 1,000 hours of. I did eventually beat it. Oh man, it just kept on going. Turns out that I never got the true ending. I heard when I streamed it that it has a unlocked level that I never saw, so maybe someday we'll revisit that thing. Oh man.
You know, I had that game as a kid as well. And I'm trying to think, I made it to some of the glacier jumps in it, but I don't think I really got past the iceberg level. That just walled me. It's so incredibly difficult. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed it as a kid, but that's because as a kid we have no standards.
We also have no other video games.
We're also really bored. But man, okay, getting the cape and being Bartman was pretty much the best in that game. It was so much fun flying around. I don't think it controlled accurately at all, and it usually led to me dying, but, you know, it was fun. And that's what video games are about. Even if they're not the best in the world, it's about having some sort of fun. I'm not sure if the players are having fun with this game, but it's fine.
I'm disappointed that they're not killing Boris in the first level. You can take your rage out on him a little bit. You can take him out.
He's shooting lightning, though.
Yeah, that one, I don't know about killing that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go after that one. Okay, we're almost to the end of the match, which, for some strange reason, we're only playing 24 minutes and 43 seconds today.
Well, I can understand that.
It's just not the best game, Smite, you know? We just have to end a little early.
If only I could find a game bad enough that you would call it 20 minutes in.
You did a good job.
I think Weird Dreams is going to be a hard one to top on that.
Okay,
I
see that we have time. It looks like we are getting a time extension for Steve, so let me accidentally reset the timer again, and we'll start going.
You know, I'm going to say the worst game you've done that would have been a good 20-minute ender was Back to the Future 3, riding on the horse after the stagecoach.
Oh
Runaway
gosh.
Row. Maybe that one would be the one that I would pick. If I had to pick from your whole list of games to end at 20 minutes, that's the one I choose.
Okay. I don't like that game, Smite. Like, it's just, I don't know, because most people are just going to see the horse stage for 2 or 3 hours.
Yes.
It's so hard. Like, honestly,
Very
you
difficult.
might be able to get away with using pause strats to get through it, but I'm not sure if that would help a lot. Well,
5 minutes is going to be a crunch of time to beat that many bits of the moon, but
oh
it
yeah.
might be possible. You're really going to have to start running fast, though.
Yeah, it's true. We're gonna bring Genie in because Genie's playthrough is done. We're just waiting for Steve to wrap up. Hello there, Genie. How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Well, good job. Because Steve ran into some pretty severe technical issues and had to go restart the modem and do a whole bunch of stuff. We're given a little extra time to see what Steve can do. You did pretty dang good, though.
I felt like I did kind of well.
I'm just thinking, Smite never even made it to the moon.
Oh.
How long did you play Smite?
I mean, I played it for probably half an hour, but I quit once I got to the first cutscene because I just lost all will to play. I just couldn't stand it anymore. I figured that's a good stopping point for my life on the Rocky and Bullwinkle playthrough here, and just not come back to it.
I will say, I am having fun with this.
See, Smite, you gave a game that people could enjoy.
I'm good at that. You can enjoy anything if you really try. One thing I've learned as I post awful video game playthroughs on YouTube and make fun of them,
Oh
is
yeah.
there will always be somebody who's very upset about that. Gets on YouTube and defends. It doesn't matter what game. I've never found one. I have a very large list of games, like Wolverine's Adamantium Rage. What a disgusting piece that one is, and somebody loves it and tells me I'm bad at it. When I
Wow.
play through it and put it, people love everything.
But what about Weird Dreams? Did anybody defend that?
Yeah, me. I loved Weird Dreams. I just wish it was a little less clunky. Oh, it was great. I enjoyed it.
Oh well, that's wrong. Wait, which version did you play though?
It was a weird PC thing. I had to have a weird thing to run it.
I mean, of course.
I got it from you. You made me play it.
Oh yeah, DOS is the version that I played. I speedrun that now. I don't think it's good, but I kind of love it anyway. Well, I'm glad that you find a way to love what people don't, which specifically Weird Dreams is one of those.
It was interesting. I wish it was, I mean, it was definitely the old school adventure game kind of problem where you have no idea what to do. And action was missing for some reason and it was not. Anyway, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah, we're almost to the end here. Oh my gosh, it's been a pretty big ride. It's been fun. Was there any part, by the way, Genie, that was particularly more enjoyable than anything else, or?
I don't know, just the fact that on repeated playthroughs I was getting faster, so it's easy to remember.
You got it to an elevator, and I'm not sure how far that in was yet, but it looks like Steve's actually on a really good run here.
Yeah.
Doing really well.
Cadis has ruled. It was a long downtime for Steve, where it appears we'll be giving this run, as long as it's not exceptionally long, to see if he can match your progress here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a shot. He's pretty close.
Oh yeah.
As far as it was, I feel like it was about 3/4 of the way through the level that you were in when you got to that elevator. That's where you died, and I think that's as far as you got, as far as I saw. How was that elevator, by the way? Did you recognize it as a thing that would move up and down?
Not till I jumped.
I
looked
love
like
it.
it was gonna be incredibly challenging, and then you could move the elevator, and so it was only, well, incredibly challenging, but in a different way.
Oh yeah. Like, the manual
makes
does
sense
talk
now.
about that, though. It does mention the elevator there. Not sure it's actually helpful information, but it does talk about it.
You can move the elevator up or down. Wow.
Move it up. Move it up. Wait, does it actually say wow?
No, that's my tasteful rendition.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have been surprised, let's just say. Like, sometimes some of these manuals are really condescending towards the players. I don't think this is one of them.
Was that a Bullwinkle impression?
From me?
I mean, yeah, I'm looking up some titles for these episodes because that was the only joke I remember.
Oh, Steve is on his last life, by the way. Keep your eye on this. Let's see what Steve is able to do. This is going to be either the make or the break, getting across the really slow moon rocks. I don't know what... Oh, and there goes Steve. That is officially game over. And everybody, I think we can say that's time. Oh my gosh, what a video game. Smite, thank you so much for bringing this and sharing this wonderful atrocity with everybody. This was great. Yeah, Gene definitely made more progress and took the victory here. Let's see if Steve wants to join voice. We'll find out. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I just watching this, I don't think it's as bad as the other Rocky and Bullwinkle games. Like, NES is... It feels more like a bootleg than anything else. The Genesis and Super Nintendo, sound effects kind of destroy your ears and are strange, and some of the platforming is absolutely ludicrous. This is mostly, like, intense difficulty. Hello, Steve. Welcome on in. If you're there, hopefully you're there.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, great. Sorry, mic was muted.
Oh, that's all right. Well, you're here. Cool. So, yeah. Honestly, both of you made a great amount of progress. I know you ran into some technical difficulties. You
Yeah.
almost caught up to Genie right there, but unfortunately the moon rocks did you in.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah. So what are your
some of
thoughts
the
about
platform
the
was
game?
definitely tough. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I think possibly better than the Genesis version that was played early in Kuso.
I mean,
just-
that's
I
my
think-
opinion.
Yeah.
I share that.
Still definitely bad though, but I think the worst part was just some of the platforming, like in that like cave, the railroad tracks, just trying to figure out what's the edge of the platform.
Yeah.
I was definitely having trouble
that
timing the jumps there.
that part was really bothering me because you can't put slanted pictures
Exactly.
and have a horizontal platform. It's just
Right,
it's
exactly.
dumb. It's dumb.
Yeah.
So all you game devs out there watching Kusogr4nde for inspiration, don't do that. Smite, do you have any questions for them?
How long did it take you to work out Rocky's jump? His jump. This weird triple jump thing.
Yeah, I saw it in the manual, but I forgot that you had to not move left and right. So I knew about it going in, but I forgot about it and had to figure it out once I fell into that crater. I thought I got soft locked there.
Yeah, you were in there for a while. That's why I was wondering, because not moving left and right is a very strange idea for that.
Right.
I've seen that in Mario Brothers
Right.
on the Wii, and it's the same idea, just jump 3 times in a row, but the not moving part, instead of moving being required, they're taking that away.
Yeah,
it's
it's
really weird.
counterintuitive a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. You know, we were watching you in that pit for a while, just jumping all over the place trying to get out, and we're like, he can't do it. You know, it was pretty
Yeah,
entertaining.
I actually
loved
looked back at the manual at that point and saw that it said don't move left or right, so
it.
reading comprehension skills.
You know, it happens to all of us. That manual boss. Ooh. Yeah. Well, cool. Genie, Steve, thank you so much. I think we're going to have to boogie and start moving on to the next match. Anything you want to say before we let you go?
Congrats on the win.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for this match. I'm sorry, I'm awful at this.
No, it's okay. You know what? Steve is going to be helping to choose your next game, Gene Genie, so watch out.
Oh, goody.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to see what you have.
We just love vengeance around here, so good luck, Gene Genie, in the winner's bracket. Szechuan Steve, enjoy choosing the game as well as fighting, duking it out down in the loser's bracket. Thank you so much. I'll see you both later.
Yep, was a
Thank you.
good one.
Thank you.
Take care, you
guys.
two.
Take care.